morning. Not sure if I'm in frame because it's on the other side, but I just thought I would take you through my morning routine, feeding dogs, and just showing what I feed, what I use as supplements. I just thought it might be helpful to somebody. Might pick up a tip that like you didn't think of, or hopefully something something will be helpful. Anyways, yeah, it's just gonna be going along, doing stuff. First I'm going to get the teapot going with some water for soaking food. All I've done so far this morning is set the dogs out back in the fenced-in yard to go potty and get dressed while they're back there. And then I get this going. We're a little unique here. I'm actually going to move you guys up a different spot. Oh, I don't know what happened there. It was black when I went to grab it, so I don't know if you guys were there or not. Anyway, I'll move you up here. Hopefully I'll be able to see what I'm doing. So I just reuse paper dishes that we use in the day. Due to my current chronic illness conditions, standing for long periods of time can be, especially in one place, can be really hard on my system. So one of the simple things to help with that is we use a lot of paper right now, temporarily, so that I'm not staying in the kitchen doing dishes. So I reuse them after we've used them if it's something that's dog safe, for feeding the dogs, so that I have less dishes there as well. We feed three different things actually to the 3 different dogs, because it's not in our budget to feed raw to everybody. But I feed raw to my active service dogs because I need them to be in their top condition for their work. So this is what I'm going to be getting together. This is Shasta's dish, this is Higgins's, and Pistol's is down in the other room, which I'll show you in a minute. So first I'm using this, gotta see if I can get it in the frame. Using this for a feed through for flea and ticks while we're in the season of those. And I just have my own scoop that I put in there that I measured out to what it says to use. But this, I was just using garlic cloves, but this is really working nice. The garlic worked well too, but this is really working good, and it's got a lot of other good stuff in it. I'll show you the ingredients if it'll focus. I don't know if it's too dark, but it's got good ingredients. Some things that do other things in there other than just the garlic, so I like that. This is what I'm giving Shasta for her old dog stiffness. Just give her a scoop of that. Seems to help. And I also give burdock. This is just in a reused container, but it's just powdered burdock root that I get in bulk. And I give her an 1/8 of a teaspoon of that to help her with pain. Again, old dog stuff. So then I have those supplements. Higgins only gets the one right now. He's young and healthy, doesn't really need much. And then for Higgins, I get, in order to get him to eat this, because if I put it on his raw food grind, he just will decide not to eat anything because he's very picky. So when I order his food, I order this raw goat milk, and he absolutely loves it, and it's just by itself very healthy for him. But I use it basically to bribe him to eat his flea and tick powder. So I use it for that, and then I use it also for, like, if somebody has an upset tummy, it's gentle on that, so it's a good way to get medicine in them. It's just a nice handy thing to have around. I keep it in the freezer, and then I pull it out in the fridge to thaw when I'm currently using it, but then I can have extra in the freezer on hand for if I need it. So it's really handy. I already ordered from that company for his food, so I just add a few of the milks onto my order, and that way I have a steady supply in my freezer. And just mix this all in. If I don't mix it in really good, he will leave the medicine. It kind of sticks to the bottom of the plate. If I put the medicine down first, I usually try to remember to put the milk in first, but I didn't. So now it's stuck to the bottom, but I can feel where it's stuck with the spoon, so I can kind of get that up. And kind of break up the clumps. So that's what I do there. And then I'm going to use this over for, I gotta take you guys with me, but I don't move you too fast and too jarring. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to show you real quick. This is what Higgins will be actually eating today. I change what I feed him. Different orders, I'll order different things, but this is what we have right now. So then I take this. Actually, I need to check on my teapot first. Let's see, I didn't put away the witch hazel from making the, I was doing up some, no, it's not ready yet. I was doing up some bug spray with the witch hazel base yesterday. Alright, so I come down here, which is kind of dark right now. I'll turn on this lamp. So right now, I'm feeding, I have the box down here, I'll show you. At the moment, I happen to be feeding this to Shasta, my retired service dog. I may switch her. I'm thinking I would like to try the Grandma Lucy's brand. I know a lot of people are liking that right now. I might try that. So I just keep it in these little, where you can seal it and then unseal it. I keep it in those containers because it keeps it fresh and it's easy for me to get out. And if you can hear that in the background, that is the schnauzer beating on the door to come in. Sometimes I let him in before I get this ready. Sometimes I make him wait outside. You have to wait, Shaz. You have to wait. So then I set that off to the side. Sorry if I'm being really shaky. Right now, with Pistol, we're kind of giving him a mixture of different stuff. So I'm using up some of this old canned food that I used to feed Shasta because it's starting to get, we've had it for a little while. So I'm just feeding that out to him. And then also, he's currently on this. Shaz, quiet. You wait. Currently on this kibble, which I'm not a fan of kibble, but it is what it is right now. This is for Pistol, and he is a pet and hunting dog. Skip that. So we have to work with what we can afford. So we try to get which is kind of an anomaly, but we try to get high quality kibble. We know it's kind of a backwards statement, but we try to do that as much as we can for him. And then I don't know how I'm going to do this, so I might have to sit you guys down. Let's see if I can set you up here. Whoops, sorry about that. Pardon my very random things on my shelf. This area is still, it's gotten straightened, but it still needs to be cleaned out. So he gets a scoop of this as well. It's the same stuff that I gave to the other ones. I just keep an extra bottle down here so it's easier for me. It's the same flea and tick feed through. And I'm gonna open the can. I just want to note, like, it's kind of crazy. This is supposed to be venison. Let me see if you can even see. Oh, I'm off to the side. Okay, this is supposed to be venison and beef. And it's supposed to be that, and then liver, which is supposed to be dark too, and then it goes into vegetables. But look at the color of that, and then later on I'll show you the color of the raw food that Higgins gets. That is just beef. This is venison, which venison should be the same color as beef anyways. But it's kind of crazy because this is light. I mean, given it's, you know, canned and processed through canning, but still, like, it's super light colored, kind of almost peaked. And then the other stuff is so dark and rich. It's really interesting to see that, the different quality and the sourcing or how the meat was raised, I believe. Because this, I don't know how this meat was raised, whether it was feedlot or pasture raised, but I do know that the BJ's food is pasture raised. It's all grass fed, and Shaz and raised well, and so that's why I like, one of the main reasons I like to order from them. So I'm just going to break that all up and mix it in there, and then I'll end up adding, actually I'll leave you guys there for just a second while I go grab the teapot. Be right back. I'm going to take up Shasta's dish and grab the teapot. It's very much boiling, a little too warm. I'd like to usually not have it this boiling. So I'm just going to use this hot water to clean off this spoon. This is just a dog spoon. It's only used for the dogs. So I use the boiling water to clean it off. Let's see how much water's in there. Put a little bit more. So I just put some water in that, and then I have a old paper plate that I use as a lid for soaking it. Works pretty well. Alright, so I've got that. I got too many things to grab. Let's see. I think what I'll do is I'll take the teapot back. Yep, I have to come back and get that. I'm going to come back and get you guys. So, since Shasta's hitting the door a lot, I'm going to let them in. Hey, stay down. Wait. Shasta. Higgins, I gotta check your legs. Hang on. I have to check his legs because on the back of his legs there, often, and he did a little bit right there, you can see it, he will pee on his legs, and apparently, apparently it is, hey, back up, no being rude, wait, apparently it is a poodle problem. That is not too bad. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do is just, for now, to make it easier, I don't want it getting on the dog bed when I put him in his place, so I'm going to use some, I just put a little bit of peroxide on a paper towel, and I'm going to clean it with that for right now, and I'll wash his leg later correctly. But he barely got himself just a little bit right there, so just don't want to get in pee on anything. So do that. You have to put that right in the can and then throw away. Okay, Higgins, Pistol, you have to stay out there, buddy. Oops, sorry, I went over your camera lens. You gotta wait out there, bud. So he waits outside because he is very vocal about it. And then oops, almost forgot the can. All right, and then these two, you are very bouncy. You go place. Go place. Good. Yes, good boy. Shasta, place. Go. Thank you. Lay down. No. She's always cheeky about it. Lay down. Thank you. Good dogs. You wait place. Alright, I gotta throw this can away. I'm gonna put you guys back up here again. I can get it. You can kind of see. And then we'll mix this up. This is Shasta's dehydrated food and her supplements in the bottom. So I'm just gonna mix those into her food a little bit before I add water. And we add some water in the teapot. A little bit at first makes it easier. If I don't fill the bowl all the way up, it's easier to mix it. So it's a little hotter than I like it to be. I have to wait for it to cool longer when it's super hot water. Might add some cold water to it. I mean, it does soak better, but I don't want her to burn her mouth, and then she has to wait longer, and she does not like waiting. Very impatient dog she is. Higgins is good about it. He's good patience, but the Schnauzer is not so. Add a little more. I think the rest of the water I'll end up putting in there as colder water from the tap. Just to cool it down a little bit. So it doesn't take so long to soak. Yeah, I don't know if any of this will be interesting to anyone or be helpful, but I hope it will be. I don't know. I just thought I'd give it a try and see if anyone finds anything useful in it. I'm just going to take to the tap and put a little bit of cold water in. Like that. I put a little too much water, but that's okay. Rather have too much water than not enough with the dehydrated food. There we go. So that food of Higgins's that I showed you earlier that's on the counter, what I do, and no one else has to do it if they don't want to, but it's just what I do, I will pull it out of the freezer a day ahead of time and have it in my fridge on the top shelf where it kind of stays frozen. And then I have that ready to, and the night before, I just rinse this off. The night before, I will pull it out and set it on the counter so that it finishes thawing and that it warms up. Yeah, that's okay temperature. That way it warms up more to room temperature because that's a little better on their digestion. Alright, I'm going to try to move you guys again. Try to move you to where you can see what I'm going to be doing here. Hopefully this works. Now you won't be able to see Shaz. She'll be like right there, like where I'm standing kind of. I feed her in the corner. But you should be able to see Higgins, although he might have his behind to you. But so I'm gonna put Shasta's food down. This is where I use all my up downs for the day. And then Higgins's. Down here, I'm gonna turn around, get my peroxide ready. And then I'm gonna get some paper towels. Those ready to clean up. That's ready right there. Alright, make sure you guys can see. Yeah, I think you can see. Oops, I keep doing that. I think you can see close enough. Oh, there's the count. I think you'll be able to see close enough, I guess. Good enough. Alright, then I go get the dogs. So that's the thing, is when I put them on place, I don't like to call them off of place because that's going to encourage them to break it. So I try to go get them when I can. I do call them sometimes, but more often I go get them off of a place. If I'm planning on calling them, I'll just tell them wait instead. Alright, so Higgins, Shasta here. Side. Thank you. Shasta. Right here. Shasta. Here. Sit. Good. Wait. Shasta, free. Higgins, free. Good boy. Oh. Good dogs. That's good dogs. Good boy. Oh, are you going to be picky this morning? Good boy. There you go. Good boy. He's been starting to get a little more picky with this. He tries to hold out for more milk. He is a very picky boy. First dog I've ever had that's been picky about eating. Shasta will eat about anything. My dog before that, Bessie, a French bulldog, she would eat anything she shouldn't eat. But he's picky. Good boy. Good boy. Eat it. Really? Oh, he did this yesterday. And you figured out that I would give you more milk. And now you are going to do that every time, aren't you? Because you know that I'll get you more. You are a stink pot. Alright, there you go. There you go. Put that back in the fridge later. Oh. You're a stinker. Yeah. Good boy. I just got him regroomed. Well, I groomed myself, but I just regroomed him yesterday, so he's got a fresh groom. Hang on. There you go. You do like the milk, don't you? Alright. Just a minute. Let me get your... Open it up here. So, I don't know if you guys can see this. Higgins, sit. Thank you. But, I want to show you how... Not for you, Shaz. How dark, hopefully it shows up, how dark that meat is. And I showed you what the ingredients was earlier, so it's, you know, it should, the other stuff should be dark if it's healthy meat, which obviously it must not be. But this is nice and dark and rich. And the containers I reuse, I wash and reuse. Free. Good boy. So he really likes beef. That is his favorite. Loves the beef. you, buddy. Love the beef. And that's a 2-pound, 1 quart, 2-pound container, which is perfect for his feeding, for the amount that he needs for his size. So it's kind of handy because it's just like you saw, you know, I just kind of plunk it on the plate and it's real easy for us. Very convenient. It does cost quite a bit, but since he's growing, he's actually 10 months old today, and so I want to have him eating the best food I can give him while he's growing, so that he grows good, grows well and healthy, and then we'll reevaluate what we can do financially wise as he matures. But I want to still keep him on raw, but we may move to back to the raw delivery brand, which that is a little cheaper, not by a lot, but a little bit cheaper, but the meat quality isn't quite as high of a standard as this. That's why I have him on this right now, partly because of that, partly because of the ease of this brand's packaging, and they have a subscription option, so that makes it easier for me right now. But also it is just higher quality. Okay. You missed a spot right there. There you go. Nope, you still missed it. You keep pressing it. There you go. There you go. Okay. Alright, wait. Hey. Let's see. So then I just take peroxide. This is just what I do. Not saying anyone should, but it's what I do. It will bleach out their face, but on him it doesn't really matter. Oh, face. Good. So I'm teaching him that face means he has to leave his muzzle on this hand. Hopefully you guys can see this. And I just wipe his face, which is nice when it's short like that. It's super easy to keep clean. And then he didn't drop any meat, but he did spill from the milk. And I always clean the floor anyways, just in case. Okay, Higgins, free dog. Okay, you're free, all done. Thank you for the burp. Pretty stinky. Shasta, come here. I'm just gonna wipe hers. Her beard gets yuckier because it's a beard, but she's not eating raw right now, so I don't use peroxide on it right now. But she'll just end up going outside and fishing in her pond, and that'll clean it off anyways. So Shaz, get your dish. Bring here. No, get your dish. Now that she's retired, she doesn't. No, it's okay. Get your dish. She doesn't like to. Bring it. Good. Right here. Bring here. Come on. Come here. You just don't like to do anything. Thank you. Leave it. She doesn't all the way listen anymore because she thinks that she doesn't have to now. So I just put some extra in here. Pick this up. And I just clean the floor here, just in case. I clean it a little more rigorously when I know he's dropped something, but this is just in case of, because I didn't see him drop anything. So I still clean it. And the peroxide, if it sits on a surface, that's why I don't wipe it up afterwards. I let it sit and dry there. If it sits on a surface for 7 minutes or longer, it will kill the bad bacteria. Just throw those away. And then I end up, let me see if I can do this There's the doggies. There's a schnauzer. So I end up washing this. It's a little grimy, but it comes out pretty readily, pretty easy. So I'll just rinse it first so it doesn't stick in there. And so I'll rinse it. See how it comes out pretty nice. The lid's already pretty good. And it cleans really well. So then I'll just wash it like you would normally wash a dish. And I gotta let them out, so I will show you. Hi, Higgins. You wanna go outside? He always wants to go back out. He has his own little routine. He will only go poop afterwards, usually. Good job, Pistol. Good boy. Not yet, buddy. Yours takes longer. Shaz, outside. Shasta, come. Thank you. Good dogs. Go potty. Good dogs. And then, so, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, last thing I do, I gotta go clean that dish first and wash one of my hands. But, I have these two things right here, eyes and ears. The eyes, I've been using for Pistol's eyes have been a little weepy, and it's because he keeps going aground after critters. And so I just have been using that to keep them cleaned out so they don't get infected. I can show you the ingredients if I can find it. I gotta find it first. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's the ingredients list. So that just keeps it, it's working really well. And then, unfortunately right now, Shasta has some ear infections as well as Pistol has ongoing ear issues. I'm guessing it's from his diet. And there's the ingredients on that. I really like the ingredients of this. So I use those two. I'm not entirely sure why Shasta has ear infections. Hers is a yeasty one. I think it may be a combination of switching foods because she was on raw, and as she retired, I switched her to the